What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Now, this one you're definitely going to want to stick around because just this past weekend, as a matter of fact, a movie by Disney actually came out by the name of Safety. You're going to want to stick around for this one.
Touchdown!
All right, folks, so before we start off the episode, quick disclaimer, there is an abundance of spoilers. So please turn it off or watch it later, put it to your save as later, whatever you got to do, okay? Now, the movie is called Safety. Now, as you guys know, Disney does not fail when it comes to their sports genre. They've done movies like Invincible with Mark Wahlberg and also with Denzel Washington, remember, the Titans. Now, when it comes to this movie is it's the first sports movie that they have done on Disney Plus right now, okay? And no, they're not paying me to say that. I'm a huge fan of this movie. This movie, when I first saw the commercial, which was probably about a month and a half ago, I was like, wow, okay. I remember hearing about this in the late 2000s, you know? Now, for those who don't know, the movie is about Ray McElrathbey, okay? Now, his mother is a drug addict in the movie, and she has a little son, okay? And he goes off to get this scholarship to go play for the University of Clemson, okay? And, you know, basically in the movie, his whole life is ahead of him. Everything's ahead of him, and all of a sudden, halts, change of plans. The mother is now currently in a rehabilitation center, and there's no one there to watch his younger brother. So in the movie, and this is just paraphrasing here, he ends up sneaking his brother to live in the dorms with him. He ends up having to eventually get a part-time job, and the movie is phenomenal. It shows, a lot of different angles. Acting was pretty solid. I mean, I'll be honest with you, in the beginning of the movie, acting, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. There was a lot of new actors in here. But nonetheless, I thought Disney did a very, very stellar job. Now, as far as actors go, actors that do take and play in the movie is going to be Jay Reeves, who actually plays the main actor. Also Corinne Fox, which is the daughter of Jamie Foxx, as well as Hunter Sanson, Matthew Glave, who actually plays Coach Tommy Bowden, legendary Coach Tommy Bowden, as well as Irony Singleton. If you guys took and watched The Walking Dead, he played T-Dog on that show, one of my favorite shows. But nonetheless, in the movie Safety, a reoccurring theme in the movie is family. Ray McElrathbey, he comes from a broken home, so here he is, he's on this football team. But little does he know that the biggest thing that he's going to need to make it through these next several months of dealing and ultimately taking care of his brother is going to be family. Now, Clemson, I'll be honest with you, after watching this movie, I may mess around sending my kids to Clemson. I really like how they get down over there in South Carolina, not just the football team, but it's literally one big purple and orange family over there in South Carolina, okay? But in the movie, it not only takes and goes into Ray McElrathbey's life, but also, it talks about institutions and how they can also help out the students a lot more, and that it doesn't always have to be on the students or the football team to take and help somebody out. It also takes and goes into education systems and how sometimes they fail people as well too, and could be rather unfair to people, In this movie, it gets to a crossroads where eventually, his mother has not gotten out of the institution yet, okay? He admitted to his coaches, he starts getting help. And just when you think the movie's about to be over, well, there's still another 30 minutes of drama because now Ray McElrathbey, he has to take and stand in front of the head of the NCAA. And there's rules that can not only hurt him and his scholarship and get him banished, but also as well can actually tear that university apart, mess them up with scholarships and a lot more stuff like that. Okay, now, these rules are very, very strict, so eventually it got to a point where, a crossroads ultimately happened, and not only did he go, but you saw the whole team take and go with him to the NCAA and take and put their foot down and say, hey, look, this guy takes and needs help. And I'm not gonna lie, got a little choked up. I got a little choked up. I can't even lie. Tissue box was out, But nonetheless, guys, this movie is really awesome. I really enjoyed it. Another thing that I really enjoyed is that they actually it said made in Georgia, but it seemed that they actually made some parts in Clemson as well, too. So I thought that was really, really neat. They used real life characters such as Coach Bowden and stuff like that, references about the Bowden Bowl. And at the end of the movie, they showed Oprah. Oprah had a little snippet at the end where they showed the real Ray McElrathbey, his real mother, his real little brother, and all that stuff. So I thought it was really, really awesome. I mean, overall, I thought the movie, they did a really good job. As I mentioned, Disney does not fall short when it comes to its action. Another thing, pop culture references. Lots of songs from the mid and late 2000s. I heard Fat Joe Lean Back. I heard Archie Eversole, We Ready. I heard a few songs from Trick Daddy in there. So it was pretty cool. They were able to match those songs to the time that was going on. All football songs have you. So the action was great. Would have liked to see a little bit more football in there as well too. I'm not sure if that's because Ray McElrathbey took and played a lot, but nonetheless, great movie. I truly enjoyed myself watching this. Definitely take 2 hours of your time. It's a great family movie, so no sexual themes or anything like that. If you're looking for inspiration, this is also another great movie for you as well too, okay? Also, Jay Reeves, the guy who plays Ray McElrathbey, played a phenomenal job. I mean, this is guy, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a few awards after this. I mean, this is something that is not going to take and help out Disney Plus as they're trying to eventually get to the standard of Netflix as far as having a catalog of movies, but also as well, it's going to set fire to this young man's career as well too, okay? Nonetheless, I give the movie a 9.2 out of 10, just because there's some opportunities with acting, and then also as well, I'd like to see a little bit more football in there as well too. But as far as inspiration, it's a 10, and the scenery, everything is a 10 outside of that. So I thought they did a really good job. So I give this movie a 2 thumbs up. You guys make sure you go ahead and watch that. Also, as well, as I wrap up this episode, make sure you catch my videos on moneylinemedia.com. Link is in below in the description box as well. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit subscribe. Those who are stumbling across this movie review, folks, I do NFL interviews. I do football analysis and a whole bunch more stuff as well too. Also have some highlights coming in the near future as well too. We're trying to diversify around here. So, but nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Peace and God bless.